You have no evening routine, so you go to sleep late. But not even that. Once you get in your bed, you start scrolling on your phone. There's no wonder you don't feel energized the next day. But how about your best version? He has a strict but relaxing evening routine. A routine that prepares him for a good night's rest. That's why he works so hard. He rests properly at night. Just look how much he achieved today. Be more like your best version. Alright, so the first thing is you need to be actually tired, right? Because you don't fall asleep when you're not tired. You need to do something during the day that will, make you tired. So basically grind, workout, do all that shit so that you actually feel like you need to go to sleep. It's weird, but when you work harder, you sleep better, you enjoy your sleep more because you feel fucking tired when you go to sleep, and then you wake up the next day, you feel fucking good, right? So when you work hard, put in the work and all that shit, you feel better the next day. So the first thing is basically work hard and you will improve the quality of your sleep too. So for example, imagine there are two versions of you. The first one just doesn't do anything, He has the same amount of energy in the morning that he has in the evening, maybe more because he ate shit ton of sugar, which gives him that energy boost, There's no wonder he cannot fall asleep, right? It disrupts his sleep, he cannot sleep properly, his body doesn't regenerate properly. Maybe his body does, maybe he has a lot of energy but his brain doesn't. That's why he feels so sluggish the next day. That's probably what you experience. That's why you clicked on this video, because you want to improve your sleep, you feel that way. So maybe this will help you. And we can call him the best version, he does basically everything right, He goes to sleep on time, he wakes up on time, He's basically the best version of you can basically imagine. He has everything you desire. Let's say he wakes up. Unlike your weakest version, that's what I described previously, he, on the other hand, works fucking hard, He works his ass off. In the morning, he does most of the work, right? So he's basically tired afternoon. That's when he eats his first meal. So he has his first meal, because he worked in the morning fasted. Now he eats and gets slight energy boost. He doesn't eat sugar, he eats high protein, high fat food, that boosts his testosterone, gives him energy. Not that energy spike, but actual linear energy. He feels like he did not eat much, because when you eat carbs, you get that feeling, like you ate something, you're bloated and all that shit. You have brain fog, your mind is wandering all the time, you cannot focus. He eats that protein-based food. He basically doesn't get the brain fog and all the negative side effects which I mentioned. He can do another block of work, or he can go work out, right? Then his energy goes down again. When his energy reaches the low levels, it's usually at the evening. That's when he does the evening routine, which I will talk about later in the video, and prepares basically for the sleep, so that he can fall asleep faster and he can regenerate properly, right? Because if you fall asleep faster, you will have more time to sleep, right? So that's basically why you need to have that wind down routine, so that you actually sleep more and sleep more efficiently at the same time, right? Your wind down routine should be like 1 to 2 hours before you go to sleep. So you should be tired by this point. I would not recommend you to do anything difficult 1 to 2 hours before you go to sleep, because then it will disrupt your sleep. But if you haven't done anything that was difficult before, just do it, right? So that you get your energy down. Assuming that you actually work hard, do all the hard things before this wind down time, you shouldn't do anything difficult, right? You should prepare for the sleep, You should not eat anything, especially protein, You should have some carbs, maybe. But I would not recommend eating 1 to 2 hours before you go to sleep, because then when you digest your food, your sleep gets worse, Brian Johnson made videos on this, he basically figured out that you should not eat like 10 hours before you go to sleep, right? But that's fucking extreme. You cannot do that if you want to fast in the morning, and do the hard thing. So I would recommend not eating 1 to 2 hours before going to sleep, right? Going to bed, basically. I made a video on how to fall asleep in 10 minutes, it's kinda old, should be here. But if you're interested, you can go and take a look at it, so yeah. So don't eat, right? And don't drink any water, so that you don't wake up in the middle of the night, basically. That will disrupt your sleep, basically, right? Because you wake up and you go somewhere, and then you have to fall asleep again, But if you're dehydrated, you can have like 1 sip of water, Some water, so that you don't go to sleep dehydrated. That's also a bad thing, so make sure you find that balance. Next thing, limit blue light. Basically, what you want to do is limit almost every light. You want to make your lights dimmer, because when you get less light in your eyes, you feel like more lethargic, tired and all that shit. So that's probably why you don't feel like working out, because you don't go outside, you don't get the sunlight. So that's why you feel, lethargic and tired and all that shit, because your body thinks it's still night, so you kind of want to fall asleep again and you want to go to sleep and all that shit. So get sunlight during the day, that will improve your sleep too. But don't get light, basically any light, especially blue light, directly in your eyes or above you, above you. That's the thing, because when the light goes like this, and hits your eye, that's the kind of part of your eye that senses it's day, and you will stay awake. Andrew Huberman talked about this on one of his podcasts, so if you're interested you can go check him out, Andrew Huberman on YouTube, or I don't know, I think he's on Spotify too if you're interested in that. Go check him out if you're interested, if you want to make sure that I'm not talking shit, so go check him out. How do you get rid of the blue light? You can have like the blue light filters, the blue light filter glasses, or you can just turn off the blue light, the night mode, on your phone or computer, basically when it goes like red, it turns off the blue light of the monitor. That's what you want to turn on, and that basically blocks the blue light that will keep you awake, right? So you will feel more like falling asleep. I would recommend not using any devices like 1 to 2 hours before going to sleep anyway, but if you shouldn't do basically anything at this point, but if you have something extremely important that you have to do at this time, you cannot do it anytime else, so do it, right? Turn on the blue light filter and then do the work. Also, don't watch content that will, spike up your thinking, that will make you think about something, or some memes, right? That will make you fucking laugh and you will want to watch more because you get a dopamine spike, right? You want to watch something relaxing, maybe, I don't know, I have no idea what relaxing to watch. I don't watch anything, I just go to sleep, I get my wind down routine and all that shit. You can read, that's another thing you can do, that will relax your mind a bit and prepare you for the sleep, so yeah, you can do that. So don't watch content that will, bring up some memories or something stupid you've done or something like that. Just it's better to not watch anything, right? So the next things are basically some self-improvement habits like meditation, you want to calm yourself down, focus on your breathing, be in the present moment so that you don't think about things that will keep you awake, right? So meditate, that's the first thing. Second thing is not a self-improvement thing, everyone should do this, take a shower, warm shower, not too cold, not too hot, both. Cold and hot will keep you awake, so and will make you more awake. So I would recommend like warm shower, but not too hot, not too cold. Just take a nice shower, and that will relax your muscles and all that shit. The last self-improvement thing is journal. Write down your thoughts basically on the paper, what you have on your mind, so you don't have to think about it, when you go to sleep, when you try to fall asleep. So yeah, write that shit down so you have it on paper and don't need to think about anything, because imagine there's this version of you that doesn't, write this shit down, right? He tries to go to sleep and then he remembers, I need to do that. Shit. He will think about it so that he doesn't forget it in the morning next day. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but basically he will think about something and it will make him fall asleep later. But then there's your best version, basically who does everything good. He writes that shit down, he knows it on paper. The next morning he can just fucking open his journal and see what's there, and what he needs to do. He doesn't need to worry about shit. So, that's just a life hack you can do, if you have something important write it on paper, you have it there, you cannot forget about it, right? And the last thing, which is one that I don't do often, but when I do it, it's fucking good, right? Watch the sunset. Basically, this will activate your brain, basically, it's because the light goes from here, right, from the up thing, and when it slowly goes down, the intensity of light, your body will get that feeling like, oh shit, it's evening, because it's going down, and it's time to go to sleep, right, because it will be night soon, and I need to go to sleep because the next day might come, and I will not wake up in time and will miss half the day, right? So your mind will basically give you that signal that it's going to be night soon, so you should prepare to go to bed, right? And then you will feel more like going to bed, and all that shit. So this will be amazing thing for your sleep, right? So if possible, watch the sunset. Yeah, that's the last thing. So I really hope this shit helped you. This, you can call it the small guide on how to, get your sleep fixed, how to improve your sleep. So if you're interested in more videos like this, make sure you subscribe, like the video so that I know that this kind of content you enjoy, Comment some questions you might have, I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. You know, if you have something on your mind, write it down in the comments. There's a very high chance I will read it because I don't have many subscribers, so you know, write that shit down, I will help you. And yeah, so yeah, that's it. Subscriber community of people just like you and that want to improve, you know. Like I said, this is a small YouTube channel that will teach you, you know, the actual no BS shit on how to do self-improvement, you know, how to improve your life and your sleep and all that shit. How to work hard, how to increase your productivity. If you're interested, you know, subscribe, join our community of people just like you that want to fucking be better, right? That don't want to be like most of people, right? So that's it. See you in next one, and remember that you're still improving as long as you don't quit.